Hello everyone and welcome to another Ceb Dissects. I'm particularly excited for this one. Today we're watching literally the best tanking in the world. We're watching Malr1ne's from Team Falcons. He just stomped through TI14 with it, and his tanking was a big part of why they were so dominant. Let's just dive into it and break it down together. Alright, here we go. Malr1ne's tanking from Team Falcons. This is game 4 of the TI Grand Finals between Falcons and Extreme Gaming. I'll give you a little bit of context. Basically, Falcons did not get the tanking throughout the entire series. They caused a lot of problems for Extreme. This is game 4. Extreme opened it up in that game. Falcons instantly picked it, and we'll see what happens next. So first of all, he's so confident in the hero that they just first pick it blind. He played versus every single counter and matchup in the game, so he literally does not care what he's up against. He wants to play tanking anyway. He almost always goes for Sandblast, and by almost always, I'd say 99% of the time. Definitely the best facet in my opinion. Very good also for the lane, the debuff, you know, the mischance. It's just hard. It makes it hard to fight the tanking in the Sandstorm, which obviously is a big part of the hero, because what we're gonna see is that he relies on stacks a lot, so he always maxes the Sandstorm to make sure that he can clear the stacks as early as possible, which will help him get to the blink as early as possible, etc. One thing I do want to mention is that he's partnered up with Hoodwink this game, which I explained in one of my videos, because I actually made a video where I explain everything there is to know and understand about Team Falcons at the highest level, and why they are so dominant and what are their formulas. One of their combo is Sanking Hoodwink. Very easy to understand. Sanking with Ags, it's the popular blink build right now. They go for Blink Dagger into Aghanims. It's a massive amount of spell damage, both magical and physical. And Hoodwink has a shard that increases incoming spell damage by 25%, which is a big number. And that shard can be bought really early. They usually go Arcane Boots into shard right away. Minute 15, Sanking has Blink Ags if he's really fat or on his way to it. Hoodwink gets the Hunter's Boomerang, and together they have an insane amount of damage. Hoodwink also chain stuns after the Borrow Strike from Sanking to make sure that the enemy cannot click BKB, cannot click Manta Style, Force Staff, whatever save item they might have, and to make sure that they actually die. So this is one of the best combos in the game, a combo that Falcons have been running a lot. So, you know, we'll understand why. You get to see it in action. It's absolutely crazy. Plays versus Lesh in this case. Lesh has a sentry ready to try to bully the Sanking. As you can see, he goes for the Sandstorm, which, you know, already applies a mischance of 20% on the Lesh, which is annoying when you try to trade with the Sanking. Sanking has very high damage, as you can see, so he stays in the fog, doesn't have to hit and run or anything like that, and just, you know, secures last hits. He's like, you see how he's like on top of the creeps, just to make sure that the Lesh auto attack does not come in time. 4-0 on the first wave. Let's beat forward a little bit. Even gets the deny. Nicely done by Malr1ne's. When you don't have the Sandstorm up, obviously he's a little bit weak, so that's why you see him play a little bit more conservative. He goes, so interesting take. He sees that the Lesh has a sentry. He saw it in the inventory. You want to push the wave, and as soon as so he went for Stinger level 2, secure range creeps, and as soon as the wave is pushed, as he just did, he plants a sentry of his own. Because Lesh is busy fighting the creeps, so good timing and the ward. So now this pretty much means that he's almost untouchable on this lane. He's gonna use the Singer to get the last hit, as you see. Very nice, very efficient. 12 creeps out of 12. He actually did not miss a single CS. That's the first big Sanking, by the way. Now Sandstorm is level 2. Even stronger the blind, even harder for the Lesh to sustain in it. Now he's playing aggressive, and you see how this Lesh, like, he's basically not laning. Like, they don't really face each other when you think about it. Like, that's how safe this Sanking hero is, especially if you lose the sentry battle. Obviously you want to control water runes, even though he would not even need it, honestly, given how little pressure there is on him. But it's always a nice bonus. Goes magic wand against Lesh, that's spamming lightning storm pretty good. Goes for the boots, and his games are so smooth and comfortable that he usually buys face boots over rushing blink, and that's because of how good his lane management is, his sentry management is. Sandstorm level 3, 40% blind, and now he starts to push the lane really fast, which means he can start thinking about getting neutral camps in the meantime pretty soon. Crit is starting to stack Ancients, and that's also the strength of Hoodwink, as you can see. Not only does he synergize with Sanking amazingly, but look at how easy it is for the Hoodwink to stack. Look at this. Like, he doesn't even need to run there. It aggroes the camp. Dyer has tried to block the big camp, but already triple ancient camp, like ancient stack. Sanking is completely free farming. Amazing rotation. Look at the call here from Malr1ne's. He knows that he's gonna get level 6 on next wave with the Sandstorm, so he calls for crit to come. Crit is on his way, not leeching XP, and the second he gets level 6, boom, the Hoodwink is there. Channels the epi before, stun into stun. Dash is dead. Amazing play by Falcons. This means he's gonna get the rune if he's not too unlucky. More stacks are being done for him. This is like the absolute dream. And trust me, this is versus a team that wants to counter him, because he's played this hero so many times in this tournament and he has stomped so many games. So, you know, this is not new technology for anyone playing versus him. Gets the DD, brought a clarity, and now goes for the... Now we're going to start looking at net worth, because it's going to get ridiculous really fast. Doesn't even need to pop the DD to get the stack, apparently. He goes for a win lace. He almost always does that. I like it a lot, because he's looking to also be active. I think it's a very interesting build. One thing to mention about the phase boots is that it becomes also easier to aggro the creeps in your Sandstorm, because you need to hit them, but when you hit them, you take damage. When you click the phase boots, they just, you know, stay in the Sandstorm because they're trying to attack you because of the fade time. So if you play Sand King and you buy phase boots and you start using that, you also realize it's kind of a comfort thing. It's pretty nice to play like that. Anyway, look at his net worth. He's 1k ahead of the Leshrak, which was picked against the Sand King. So this is absolutely crazy. Now he looks at the map, and I don't know how he makes that read, to be honest. It's a pretty crazy read. He looks at bottom, he sees that... So what's happening on the bot lane? He sees that we're pulling the wave, like Falcons is pulling the wave. And he kind of has an instinct that enemies are going to come back to the lane. Skitter is pushing. I don't know. I don't even know how he guesses that this is going to happen, to be honest, because he saw nothing. But apparently, you know, it happens. He gets the kill. He has the DD. And he's actually gonna secure them the tower with the DD, which is insane impact that early in the game. Honestly, I can't even explain how he just guessed that they were gonna come here. But this is like massive impact from him, obviously. It also allows him to check for enemy stacks. There are none, doesn't want to waste time. Runs back to the mid lane. He's more than halfway through the blink. And now he's just abusing his Sandstorm, because... To be fair, they also have very slow heroes on Extreme. Like, obviously, Magnus is kind of weak before he gets his blink. They don't really have a way to start on this Sand King. You know what I mean? Like, he's very safe with the bar strike. So, he's making the most out of his hero and actually pressuring more than most other Sand Kings would do. Yeah. And, you know, since he's getting the creep waves for free and kind of doing whatever he wants, he's getting closer and closer to the blink. So, very good timing of him. The Sandstorm level 4 now stays long enough to clear 2 creep waves, which is also very cool and very, you know, convenient. He's literally running for tower after tower, and honestly, that is mostly related to how like strong Falcons is right now and how their heroes are just, you know, more ready to fight compared to extreme gaming heroes. It's also related to the laning phase and how it went, but yeah. One thing also to say about the Sand King Hoodwink combo is that Hoodwink gets an early level 6 usually. Like, he gets good XP with the stacks. And obviously, you know, the burst damage from Hoodwink ulti is crazy, especially under Chain Stun. Very easy to hit when the Sand King is going on somebody. So he got his blink, 10-minute blink, phase boots, win lace, bottle, magic wand. He's super fat. Let's see how he plays this one out. They're trying to block his stacks, but the damage is kind of done. He's not showing the blink, as you can see. Like, his courier is just staying in the trees here. So, you know, it's good. Not being lazy. CI finals, after all. Now that he knows that they have no vision of him, and Hoodwink is level 6, this is their timing, right? So, while he's clearing the stacks, Crit was pushing mid. He's missing a little bit of XP. Runs to Malr1ne's to leech XP, get level 6. And the second he gets level 6, like literally on the dot, boom. They click a smoke. And this is how, you know, if you think about it, Epi is going to do, so 60 damage per pulse times 12. So let's say 700 damage. You have the stun duration, so another 200, 900. 1.6 stun duration, 1.9, so let's say roughly 3.5. So the sandstorm is going during all that time. So we're like already close to 1k damage plus the hoodwink ulti. Like essentially it's like 1.5k damage, and I did not even count the auto attacks, I didn't count the acorn shot, I didn't count. We're like over 1.6, 1.7. Essentially, what you have to understand is that any hero in the game will die from full HP if they get caught by this combo, and it keeps getting worse. It's way worse when Sanking has Ags, way worse when Hoodwink has the shard. So that's why basically this is like a kill squad that kills anything they find throughout the entire game, unless there's like an Aeon disc or something like that. So they go together, straight line. They're guessing where the Sven is. He walked on this ward earlier. So they're just going. Look how they do it. Malr1ne's, I'm going to show you from the fog how nicely and smooth he's playing this one. Actually, did Crit get revealed? No, that's just a replay bug. Okay, never mind. Crit is just, he's smoked. It's a replay bug. He just wants to take a Mar after the camp just in case. Malr1ne's goes. Look at how smooth this is. He doesn't want to get revealed too early because the Hoodwink is not in position. Because he needs the chain stun to happen. And now he sees this Ven, very nice position. Stun, starts ulting, realizes he doesn't actually even need it. Ursa is there, boom, easy kill. So that's the thing about his Sanking, is that when he has Blink, he doesn't run around too much. You know, he's doing the sharp and the lethal plays, but he is focusing on getting his net worth as high as possible, because the crazy timing is the Aghanims. It's not only the Blink. Look, he just keeps on farming. Unless you see something really important happening. Some stacks. Now there is a wisdom room coming, so that's a big play. They meet each other's. Again, look at how smooth this is. It's on the ward, which they can't guess, but Crit is smoked already. Gates, smokes Malr1ne's. If they were to fight here, XG, it can be very, very tough for them to fight against this combo. They have the Mag Blink, which he went instead of Dom, so that's why they're also looking to fight. You probably, if you watch TI, you probably remember this moment. Malr1ne's is in the fog. He instantly blinks out because he realized, I don't want to be out of position. He got revealed. He doesn't want to get, like, he wants to epi into stun, right? Like, he doesn't want to be stuck in the fight before he gets a good epi off. Because if you epi first and you blink in, if you die after, that's the beauty of epi. Like, they're dying anyway, you know? So you're going to trade your life for a team fight win. If you get started on without clicking your ulti, obviously this can be disastrous. He has an arcane rune, so it's not the biggest deal. He can actually blink out, and he's gonna have his blink almost ready back up. So he's pre-channeling, but he has to wait for his blink. Ideally, I would say. He tries to go anyway with the stun, which, you know, he went a little bit early, but you see how the epi is just doing a lot of damage with the sandstorm. Like the Magnet is just dying from being too close to the Sanking. Wonderful stun. Time to get out. They got 2 core kills. He's going to be safe with the ulti. Like with the stun, sorry. Against Sven ulti. Very nice. Amazing. Amazing play for him. Back to the normal gameplay. Rune into farm. He's halfway through the Ags. It's crazy timings. Hoodwink almost has his shard, as I told you. Falcon's gameplay. Push out the mid lane. Very important. Control the runes. Gets yet another one. Which again, if you think about it from Lesh's perspective, it's like, if this Lesh wanted to get the runes, it's very scary for him, because he might die every time he shows his face, because you're just going to get blink epied by Sanking with Hoodwink's damage. So therefore, you kind of have to let the Sanking push out the wave with Sandstorm, and then he gets every single rune. So it's just very frustrating to play against. Aghanims is ready. 19 minutes in. Hoodwink bought his... wait, where's Hoodwink? Hoodwink bought his shard, and it's go time. Look at the damage. Doesn't even need ulti. SD just gets one-shotted. It's absolutely stupid. Ursa can get Rosh now because of the pickoff. Next step should be Tormentor. This is the first rune he doesn't get, I think. So, you know, Arcane rune picked up by Niti. Lesh hasn't touched a single rune the entire game. Tormentor is up. Ursa has Aegis, so it's pretty safe. They don't even need to look at it. He gets the shard. Has he planned to buy it before? Okay, it looks like he was gonna go BKB first. He got lucky. The Tusk could have gotten it, but since Hoodwink bought his shard, it was between Tusk and somebody else. Sanking gets it, so that's pretty cool. Gets the wisdom. He goes for burst strike cast range, which matters a lot. It's to make sure that you get the right stun, so that the epi and the axe do enough damage. As I said, the sandstorm 25 damage per second doesn't even matter. Like, they have so much damage together that it's not even about that. It's making sure, like, the only way to survive this if somehow you do not get stunned, or you have your BKB and you can run away or something like that. So that's why the left talent actually helps with making sure that the talent is being locked, locked, stun locked, and then we'll just die. Look at this. It's just ridiculous. I mean, do you realize, like, this Magnus has 2.6k HP, 2.6k HP with Magnus with magic resistance. He has 31% magic resist and 2.6k HP. And look at how easy it is for these two heroes to kill him. Like, the epi has not even started yet. Like, how many pulses is that, It just keeps on going, by the way. It ended just now. So they probably could have dished like twice this damage, the two of them. That's why this combo is so stupid. Like, this Magnus is gonna die. In 20 minutes from now, he's still gonna die to this. Epi's gonna get one more level. It scales greatly, by the way. Like, the amount of pulses go up, and the damage per pulse also goes up. Stinger does more damage because of the items that you're getting. It's just a crazy combo. Like, and this guy's gonna play with DD. He's gonna play with Arcane Rune. He's gonna play with, you name it. He's going BKB next. Wants to make sure that he survives when he goes in, which is really important for Sanking. If you can get second rounds of spells, it's amazing. And I mean, what's important to note is that, he's keeping up in farm even though he's playing super active. He definitely is valuing his farm. You see it with the net worth. Obviously, the nature of the hero makes it so you get a lot of kills, but yeah. Ame tried to jump on mid. It kind of failed. They're instantly smoking. Sven would die. Sven would die like this. So he's just looking for the kill. It's basically all about getting the jump, which is also why it's kind of cool to play with heroes like Tusk, for instance, or heroes like Ursa, because they will start the fight for the Sanking, and Sanking will... Because the only way Sanking doesn't own the fight is if he doesn't see a valuable target, a valuable jump. As soon as he sees that, you know that the fight is going to be won almost guaranteed. And Hoodwink obviously also doesn't want to show. He wants to go second after the Sanking, which ideally doesn't want to go first. So somebody starts, Sanking goes, Hoodwink follows. That is the pattern. He wants to get level 18. That's why he's focusing on it. He's very close. A little bit more. He got it. Level 18 ready, BKB ready. It's just smooth to watch him play, Like, the timings are just coming together really nicely. Rosh is... They probably should wait for Rosh and end with the banner. That should be the play. So they're playing aggressively because Rosh is gonna be top, right? On Dire. So that's why they're playing on this side. Like, they have no business playing the enemy jungle or looking at the bot wave. They don't give a shit. They just want to look at the top, control the area, help the supports plant some cool wards. Crit has a ward to place. All right, good one. Which is going to allow them to make sure that they keep control over this area and that they can fight for Rosh with no surprises, right? So it's very cool. So they're playing top wave, top side, and mid wave. They're controlling both. Making Rosh is going to be up in 20 seconds. It may respawn, in 20 seconds. So they're playing for that. Staying close to the action. So did they read the smoke? Let's see. Let's watch their info now. They have two really good wards. Dire is not smoking yet. They literally smoked from base, but I think it's pretty obvious for Falcons what's happening. So you can see how defensive they are. They just back all the way here because they just kept. So why is it so obvious to them? They have two waves that have been pushing into the enemy base for the last 4 to 5 minutes. And every time they've seen Svens and Leshraks and Magnuses and whatnot collect the farm on their side of the map. All of a sudden, nobody's showing. Yet the waves have been pushed into them. So Falcons is like, it's so obvious. And look at their position. Ursa is staying in the front. So they're guessing that they smoked from their base, right? Because they were collecting the farm in their base right before. And you see the Sven is actually still there. So Extreme is trying to be smart, extra smart about it. And they're like, hey, look, we're pretending we're not attacking you. Sven is showing. But between pro teams, obviously they know that it's too obvious to smoke as 5. Therefore, pro teams often smoke as 3, as 4, and then they pick up the last guy as they're ready to jump. Okay? But Falcons, they don't want to take any chance. They're pretty smart about it. So Amar stays in the front. He has Aghanims on Ursa, which means they can't chain stun him and kill him. And Malr1ne's plays second entry, and Crit is gonna play third entry. Pretty normal pattern is to click a smoke yourself if you feel like you need it, and if you don't, it's all good. Amar is staying in the front. They see the Sven, they're not scared. Amar realizes, lol, they were smoked here. He starts the fight, which again leaves Malr1ne's a lot of space to decide what he wants to do. So let's now focus on Malr1ne's and watch him instead. And now the whole fight is kind of weird. Extreme is scared. They don't like how it looks. They're backing off. He sees the Sven. Sven cannot really get out. It's very dangerous for him because Ursa has the Blink Dagger and a Basher. But Falcon's priority is to focus on getting the Rosh. So I like that they're not being too aggressive. They keep scouting the Rosh. As you can see, Skitter is checking it non-stop. And they're happy with the state of the game right now. They're very happy with how the map looks. No reason to do anything different. Level 20. Amazing timing for Sanking. 75, you know, base in incremental radius on the epicenter. This Sanking is ready to go. They smoke. Okay, why do they smoke now? This is not so much about him as it is about Falcons, but it's a very smart and efficient smoke. The reason for it is they've been playing topside the entire time with really good wards, as we saw before. So it was safe and easy for them to play that sequence. Now Rosh is gonna go bottom. So, and they haven't played the bottom side of the map. They have one ward on the Hoodwink. They have no vision on the bot side of the map because of how they played, right? Look at their perspective. Look at how dark this looks. So the best way for them to do it is with the cover of a Smoke of Deceit, play a nice angle, get a nice wraparound, place the ward that they want to place, so that they can basically do what they were doing topside to the bottom side now and make sure that they will get the Rosh. Amar runs in first. I explained you why. Snaking is behind him with Blink Snowball just in case. Malr1ne's is playing, you know, greedy and getting the rune because he knows he doesn't want to start the fight anyway. Hoodwink gets a really clutch ward, which will be the ward that will decide how they fight and how they position when they will fight the second Rosh. And now let's see how they position themselves. They got the control. They started Rosh, as I told you. It looks like Extreme doesn't want to contest. Rosh has been taken. And this is usually go time to break high ground. The reason is because of the banner. It means that enemy will have to fight you because you're never stopping the push, basically. Your creeps are not dying, so you have no reason to go back. And in order to kill the banner, you need to get through the enemy team. So yeah, that's why if you want to be really efficient at team play and you wonder when to go high ground, second Rosh, easy high ground. Very simple. Let's watch the end of the game. Oh, okay. Let's watch your kill. The kill squad is going for a kill. I don't know what info they have for this. I don't really know where this comes from, but I guess they're just hunting. Just a read that they have in the game. Magnus, 2.4k HP, is gonna die in 1 second. I mean, where's Magnus? This is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous damage. It's almost upsetting me, actually. He doesn't even have any damage items. It's stupid. Like, he doesn't even have Kaya. He doesn't have damage. He has nothing. This is BKB Ags. He actually hasn't placed the banner yet, which is a bit surprising. Maybe they feel like they don't need it and they will place it for the second side. Okay, well. Big fight happening. I'm skipping a little bit forward because you've watched that game already. I want to focus on Malr1ne's, basically. He just goes on the Sven, kills him. It's just too much damage. I mean, they're 22k gold ahead. You know, whatever. This game is just done. Like, they're gonna call GG very soon. Actually, they call GG now. Yeah, anyway. I mean, it's just great gameplay. I mean, to me, this is like, this is close to perfection. It's not rocket science, really, but it's just the small things that are making it so smooth. Like, strong laning, good sentry management, good root control, good stacks from the Hoodwink, going for the stacks at the right time, going, you know, attacking enemy heroes at the right time, getting the towers, getting his timings, clicking the smokes for the objectives, the wisdom rune, the Rosh, playing in the right areas. All the small things that if you don't do them properly, the game is gonna be hard, But if you do them properly, it looks like that. This is as hard as Dota gets. This is game 4 of TI Grand Finals versus a TI Grand Final attendee. So props to him for being that good on the hero. That was it. That was my dissect on Malr1ne's ranking. Hopefully, I was gonna say maybe you can replicate that in your pubs, but you probably won't be able to. But give it a try. See you soon.